Hey guys, this is Zach Cummings, UFC welterweight, middleweight, and light heavyweight. Check out Hungover Hand Right.
This is Hungover Hand Right, and this is the UFC 299 preview show, and this card is a fucking banger. And you know, the UFC and all their wisdom said, hey, we got UFC 300 coming up soon. Let's put a bunch of huge fights on the card right before it.
Yeah.
My name's Jonathon. That's Chad. That's Dylan. And we're going to preview the main card, as always, on this. And we voted on a low-key banger. It may not be the one you guys would expect. It is the one we voted on, Michel Pereira versus Michal Oleksiejczuk. I think based strictly on stylistic matchup. That's kind of why we picked that one. But some of the ones we're not going to talk about on these prelims that are really fun. Pedro Munoz, Kyler Phillips, Mateus Gamrot, RDA. Caitlin Chukagian apparently got married because her name's Caitlin Kermanara now.
Oh no.
Versus Macy Barber. At least Macy Barber didn't get married. That's all I care about.
Yeah. No, I was just saying that mainly for the last name factor.
Yeah, I mean, that Chukagian's kind of a good name. Yeah. Curtis Blades, Jailton Almeida. That's the last prelim. And so, again, those are the ones that we're not going to go into detail here, but this card really top to bottom is crazy, huh?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Going to be a banger.
All right, let's kick it off. Low-key banger. Michel Pereira versus Michal Oleksiejczuk. Michel Pereira, Demolidor, 29-11, coming off of 6 wins in a row.
Damn.
Fighting out of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, 30 years old, 6 feet 1 inches tall. Michal Hussar Oleksiejczuk, Lord was better, 19-6, coming off a win over Chidi. Fighting out of Poland, 29 years old, 6 feet tall. Chad, what do you... Go ahead, Dylan.
I was going to say, did he knock Chidi out? I forget how that one ended.
Yeah, it was ground and pound. Took him down and kind of mauled him. Dylan, what do you think of this one?
I like Pereira. He's going to keep the hot streak going.
Think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I mean, I think, Chad, you got any thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be a fun one. I mean, super athletic dudes. We'll sit and bang with you, but I don't know. Michel just sometimes he puts on a show, or sometimes it just kind of lackluster and tries to do too many crazy shit, and I don't even know where to go with him, honestly.
Yeah,
he doesn't like making weight either.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, I mean, this is at 85, I believe. So he missed weight against Wonderboy at welterweight, so he should be able to make it. I think the thing is Oleksiejczuk is kind of like such a small, like skinny fat middleweight, and I think in this fight specifically that kind of hurts him because Pereira's even at 85, he's a thick, big dude.
Yeah, he's strong as shit. Yeah,
and Pereira's or Oleksiejczuk's, he's a good boxer and throws a lot of volume, which I think the volume could help him a lot here, but he doesn't really seem to like sting super bad with his punches. And I just think, unfortunately, Pereira, he does sting if he hits you.
Mm-hmm.
So like you were saying, Chad, we could see Pereira come out here and just kind of get overwhelmed with the volume, but it's hard to bet on that.
Yeah. I know. Either way, I think it's going to be a fun one, but that one's kind of tough for me, honestly.
Yeah. Now that I've been talking about it, because I was pretty sure I was picking Pereira going into this, but now that I'm thinking about it, it's getting tougher for me. But odds -155 Pereira, +135 Oleksiejczuk. That sounds about right to me.
Yeah, it's not. I don't know. That one to me can kind of go either way, really. I don't know if it's I think it's gonna be a fun one. Just kind of depends on what kind of Pereira we get, and I don't know. I think I don't know. That one. He kind of rubs me wrong. Pereira. I don't know, something about it. I used to like him at first, but now I'm just like the whole missing weight and a lot of shit talk.
Not doing backflips anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to tone the crazy shit down a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, he chilled out on it, which, I mean, at this level, you have to. I mean, you're not gonna beat top guys doing that shit.
You can't go in and capoeira kick everybody in the head.
Yeah.
Oh.
Turns out people are pretty good.
Dylan, who you picking?
I'm going Pereira.
Chad?
Oh, that one's tough. I mean, brain probably tells me to go with Pereira.
Do the opposite.
I'm switching. I think I'm going Oleksiejczuk. My comment about the volume maybe being a problem is kind of stuck with me. I kind of do see. And now Oleksiejczuk has been knocked out a few times, like pretty bad. Shit, one knockout loss. Never mind. I mean, he's been finished by Baralio and Jimmy Crute, OSP. He got subbed by all of them. But yeah, I'm gonna go Oleksiejczuk. I think the volume's gonna be. He's gonna squeak one out just by putting more on him.
I'm not mad at it.
Tapology votes, 1,013 votes, 81% Pereira, 54% KO TKO, 41% decision. So pretty close split on the method, but 81% Pereira. Those surprise you at all?
No. Maybe slightly higher than what I would have thought, but
yeah, I mean, based off the Oleksiejczuk only being plus 135, those are kind of wide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be a common theme is the that'll be really one-sided kind of no matter what the odds are.
Yeah. Yeah, Tapology seems to
they pick their favorites.
Yeah, they kind of mob up and pick the same guy.
Exactly.
Fucking idiots. All right, you guys ready to move on?
Yeah.
All right. Main card opener. Very interesting one. A lot of unknowns here. Petr Yan versus Song Yadong. Petr, no mercy. Yan, 16-5, coming off of 3 losses in a row. Fighting out of Russia, 31 years old, 5 feet 7 inches tall. Song, the Kung Fu Kid Yadong, 21-7, coming off 2 wins in a row. From China, fighting out of Sacramento, 26 years old, 5 feet 8 inches tall. Chad?
I'm a big fan of Yadong, so
Gross.
I want him to win. I could see him beating Jan's kind of a big layoff too. And his last fight, I mean, obviously it was against Marab, and he got absolutely shit kicked in. So Jan's still a motherfucker to go against, but I don't know. I'm a big fan of Song, so I think he gets it done, probably via decision.
Yeah, and real quick before I throw it over to you, Dylan, his layoff, Petr Yan's layoff, it will have been 2 days away from 1 year when he fights. Like, fight day is 2 days removed from being a whole year layoff. So
I kind of don't mind that though, because he had those tough losses all in a row, and he was kind of throwing fighting outside of the UFC, kind of just was kind of over the whole thing with these decisions. He thought he won them all, which I can see an argument for maybe a couple, but
the Sean one.
Yeah, that one, that's probably the biggest one. And that's not the most recent, right?
No, Marab was after.
Marab.
That wasn't a question.
No. And even the Aljo one, to me personally, wasn't really that debatable, in my opinion.
No, that's where he just wore Aljo as a backpack for a lot of the fight.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's gonna, if Yan can get back to, championship caliber Yan, then I think he should get it done, no problem. But Yadong freaking bangs, dude. I like him a lot too. So I don't really know. This one's tough for me.
I was really kind of in my head thinking that Song was going to be quite a bit bigger, which maybe mass he will be, but he's only an inch taller according to Tapology, which kind of, I think, because I was kind of thinking Song would really play the range game and be a lot longer, but it's like he's really not.
I think we're just used to seeing Jan fighting Aljo and Sean O'Malley the last couple.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. This one's tough for me. Like, I do want to know Song Yadong's like his takedown D, because I wonder if Jan gets back to the wrestling at all. Takedown D for Song Yadong, 73%, 52% accuracy for Petr Yan. I kind of think if they strike, I know Jan's kind of known as a striker, but I kind of like Song on the feet, I think.
I kind of do too.
Yeah, I mean, they both can crack.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. I just like how Song's been more active. You know, hasn't really done the whole crybaby bit, and I don't know. That rubbed me wrong too with Jan. And okay, you know, you lost some close decisions, and you know, but to mumble like you're leaving and you don't, it's just like you take your ball and go home kind of bullshit. And I don't like that.
Right. Yeah. Odds, man, pick them basically. Minus 106. It might just change to 108 as I said that. Minus 108 Jan, minus 114 Song Yadong. I mean, that's kind of how I feel about it. Like it is that close, I think.
I feel like this fight, like 3 or 4 years ago, would have been a minus 450 Jan.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's the thing about Song Yadong too. He's been in the UFC since November of 2017, and he currently is like, what did I say, 26?
Yeah, he's young as shit still.
Yeah, 26 years old. He's fucking 21-7-1, and he's 26 years old.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think the ceiling's pretty high for Song.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna lean Jan. I don't think there's no way he's gonna drop his 4th loss in a row, right?
You wouldn't. I mean, especially taking that layoff, you'd think he would be as motivated as he possibly could be.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Jan. Although I will not be surprised if it goes the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going. It's going to be a close decision. Honestly, this probably has to do with some bias, but I'm picking Song.
Yeah, I think I'm with you, Dylan. I think I'm going to pick Jan to just have a more well-rounded game, I think.
Yeah.
Mix in the grappling. Tapology votes 1,148 votes, 59% Jan, 41% Song, so it's relatively close.
Yeah.
87% decision for Jan.
How old's Jan now?
He is
31.
Yep. 31. So yeah, I'm going. Chad, you're going Song. What method?
Nope, that's just bias, probably though.
Decision.
Yeah, it'll be a decision either way. I don't think either one's going to finish each other.
Yeah. Dylan.
Yeah, I'm going Jan. Probably more than likely decision. Just kind of outwork him everywhere. Basically, mix it up a lot.
Yeah, I'm going Jan decision. Anything else there?
Don't sleep on Song.
Yeah.
All right, next up, another interesting one. Gilbert Burns versus Della Maddalena. Gilbert Dorino Burns, 22-6, coming off of a kind of shitty loss against Bilal. Shitty in the sense that he injured his shoulder or whatever it was. Fighting out of Florida, 37 years old, 5 feet 10 inches tall.
Gilbert, Evan?
Huh?
Gilbert's 37 already?
Yeah, 30 and coming up on 38.
Fuck.
Della Maddalena, 16-2, coming off of a whole bunch of wins in a row. Too many to count, honestly. He literally lost his first 2 pro fights, so
wow.
16 in a row. Fighting out of Perth, Australia, 27 years old, 5 feet 11 inches tall. Dylan?
I like Jack. Although I'm not necessarily a Burns fan per se, but the way he came out and fought Khamzat, that's just always stuck in my head for whatever reason. I really enjoyed that fight.
Yeah. Chad?
I think Jack's just going to put the hands on him.
Yeah, I'm probably going to say Jack. Jack's definitely the more crisp boxer. can set up combos, put something, together and make it look clean. Gilbert can crack though. I mean,
Yeah.
And honestly, Jack's last couple fights haven't been,
Kind of
spectacular.
no, kind of iffy there. Who was the
split decision win last time against Kevin Holland, and then the one before that was Basil Hafez split
And
decision
he gave
win.
him the 4 there for a while.
Yeah, that's who I'm thinking of because that's the one where we were like, did he win the fight?
Yeah, that one was a tough one.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. We'll see if Jack gets cracked a couple times with these, Brazilian haymakers.
I think
Jacks.
I feel like Gilbert sees that Hafez fight and is licking his chops.
Yeah.
Because Hafez wrestled a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm ultimately going to pick Gilbert to win based off, again, mixing it up, mixing the wrestling, pushing him against the fence, and shooting, and then trying to crack him over the top.
Ooh.
But it's going to be close, though. Jack's tough. He's not, and he has, I just looked, he has like 82% takedown D in the UFC.
Yeah, I think Jack's going to get it done. I don't know if he's going to finish Gilbert, but I think
I don't think anyone's going to finish anyone yet. These are just fucking really tough fucking fights.
Yeah, I think Jack gets it done via decision. I think hopefully he's learning from his past couple fights of not looking well, and the wrestling really got a hold of him, and maybe even some of the cardio too. Especially even against Hafez. I mean, that cardio showed up real bad, and he honestly, looking back, hindsight 2020, but he might have lost that fight if Basil didn't gas out.
I was gonna say that, yeah. Yeah, I mean that was a weak notice for Hafez. I mean, I guess what's even more concerning is that Kevin Holland's obviously a good fighter, like highly respected guy, and good win, but he won a split against a kind of a long range striker, and then he also barely squeaked a split against a guy who wrestles a lot. So it's like, if it was just like two wrestlers back to back and he barely won or lost a split or whatever, but it's kind of been two different styles that he's had some trouble with lately.
I think I need to see something from Jack. I need to see if he comes out and puts Gilbert away, drops him, finishes him, then okay. Now we're talking.
Yeah, that shoots him up the rankings. Well, actually, maybe not. I don't know. Gilbert might be ranked lower than him, but that at least shows everybody that he's capable.
Regardless of the ranking, I think Gilbert would be a nice little feather in the cap name for him.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Odds -150 Jack, +130 Gilbert. I'm going dog again here. I think I'm going Gilbert decision, just based off wrestling more. I think
I could see it.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, I think Jack's gonna get it done, via decision. I think he's gonna hopefully learn from his past mistakes and maybe work on the wrestling defense and cardio and all that. And he's definitely got better hands than Gilbert technically wise. He might not have as much power, but he definitely can. I don't know. He's probably gonna piece Gilbert up really, the way I'm looking at it.
Yeah, and just as soon as we said all the Tapology votes are super wide, we've had two in a row now. 1,167 votes, 55% Jack, 45% Gilbert.
Yeah, now they're going to be fucking split down the middle.
And then literally Jack's 55% is 50% decision, 49.7% KO TKO.
Damn.
So, yeah. So you guys going Jack decision?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go Gilbert decision. Anything else there?
No, that's another fun one. That's again, this card is just wild.
These types of cards are so hard to pick.
Yeah, dude. I wouldn't bet card at all. Like on not a single fight, I don't think.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Another tough one. Like really tough one because literally one guy's new to the promotion. Kevin Holland versus Michael Venom Page. Kevin the Trailblazer Holland, 25-10, coming off of a split against Jack Della, as we just mentioned. Fighting out of Texas, 31 years old, 6 feet 3 inches tall. Michael Venom Page, 21-2. He won his last fight. Fighting out of the UK, 36 years old, 6 feet 3 inches tall. MVP's 36, Chad.
Yeah.
That's older than you would think.
It's kind of crazy to think about, you know. It sucks that it took so long for him to get over here, but yeah, that's how the cookie crumbles, I guess. That's how the game is. But
Ben Askren.
Yeah,
exactly. I don't know. I don't. Look to be a fun one. Kevin Holland's tough as shit. I mean, he's going against another karate guy like Wonder Boy. I don't know if MVP has more power than Wonder Boy. He might be a little bit faster in some aspects of the game, but Holland is probably going to do the whole thing where he could probably go and take him down and, you know, do something, but he's going to stand up with him and talk his shit. And I don't know if he loses this one though. I almost was going to go on that train and say that MVP wins via decision, but now this one I kind of think that Holland might win it. Like, honestly, I can kind of see Holland knocking MVP out.
Damn, Dylan.
This one's fucking tough, dude. I really don't know. I'm wanting to say Holland, but I don't know. I don't know if he can get to him to touch him like significantly.
That's the whole conundrum with fighting MVP. Chad, you mentioned Holland taking him down, but it's MVP's like I don't think he's anything super special with the actual takedown defense, but it's just the range that he fights at. It's impossible to get through a big punch, first of all, and then to get close enough to get under his legs. And then also kind of what you mentioned is he probably doesn't have more power than Kevin, but MVP's power is all based off of like deception. Like, you don't know it's coming. He's fast as shit, darts in and out.
I do like that Kevin Holland just fought Wonder Boy, and they're pretty damn similar, MVP and Wonder Boy. So I do like that going into it.
Yeah,
that one's. I don't know. I could just see if I don't know if I see Holland winning, I can see him winning by knockout or TKO. And if MVP wins, it's going to be a decision where he stood on the outside and just picked him apart.
Yeah, same.
Hit him with a couple solid shots.
Yeah, odds. I was gonna say surprise me, but I guess maybe not. Kevin Holland -141, +121 MVP. I kind of think I'm gonna go dog again here. Like I think Kevin Holland's gonna have, like everyone does, have a really hard time finding MVP. And you know, Kevin Holland maybe could wrestle him and take him down, but like, will he? I guess
No. That's not even going to be
stand and bang.
Yeah. Tapology, another pretty close one. 1,464 votes, 57% Holland, 43% MVP, and just kind of unsure on the method too. 55% decision for Kevin. What are you guys thinking?
That one, I think this one I'm gonna go with Holland, and I think I'm gonna go on a limb and I'm gonna say he's gonna knock MVP out.
That's an ideal scenario for me, but I'm gonna go MVP decision.
I'm going MVP. Probably decision as well. Kevin's tough to put away.
Yeah, he ain't gonna get Kevin out of there.
Yeah.
No, Kevin's can take a shot. So, but I don't know. I can just see Holland catching MVP just with him trying to do some crazy shit. You know, move his head around or something. You know, kind of almost Anderson Silva-esque. Kept his chin out or something, and then gets dropped.
Well, see
the shit doing.
Douglas Lima knocked him out, but that was some weird shit.
Yeah.
The inside kick that like dropped into his knee, and then he uppercutted him from hell or whatever it was.
Yeah, not really like an exchange that gets replicated very often. Like,
still.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, MVP, I was wondering how I kind of thought his layoff had been a little longer than this, but it was only, it's literally exactly a year. Like this Friday will be a year since he fought. So a while, but nothing too crazy. We'll see. I mean, again, 36, it's that style I feel like is so tough to carry through your late 30s and 40s because it's all explosivity and all timing and just being really fast.
Yep.
But I'm going to go MVP decision. With that said.
It's going to be a fun one. That's for sure.
It's cool that he's come over. It's too late, like it always is, but it's still cool that he's come over. He's got obviously a crazy style.
He'll have a few good ones in him.
Yeah. Anything else on that one?
Nah.
All right, co-main. Dylan, get your new set of underwear ready.
I wish I was excited for this, man.
Yeah, I'm just you got to take your. I mean, it's easier said than done, but we got to take our fan hats off and just enjoy how crazy this fight's going to be. Obviously, the fight we're talking about, Dustin Poirier, Benoit Saint Denis. Dustin the Diamond Poirier, 29-8, coming off a head kick loss for the BMF belt against Gaethje, obviously. Fighting out of Coconut Creek, Florida, 35 years old, 5'9". Benoit, God of War, Saint Denis, 13-1, coming off of 2, 4, 5 in a row. Fighting out of France, 28 years old, 5 feet 11 inches tall. Dylan?
Okay, so I'm picking Dustin by default, but I was thinking about this earlier. He hasn't really been in a fight where I, biased or not, think he always has a chance to win. Like he's always like the favorite to win, in my opinion. The only one that comes to mind where I thought, shit, he's probably going to lose this or might lose this was Khabib. Mm-hmm. Like every other fight he's been in, I'm like, dude, Dustin's he's going to win. And I think he's going to go in there and do Dustin shit. And he's going to give Benoit the old vet lesson.
By the way, I forgot to mention this, and I didn't realize this till right before we started this. This is 5 rounds.
Oh, I like 4 now.
I don't understand this. I mean, they obviously last weekend or 2 weeks ago with Ortega, Yair, co-main, 5 rounds, but it's just like I don't know. I guess maybe that helps Dustin, but I just kind of would rather see him fight 3 rounds, I think.
I do too. I don't know, dude. I think he's got some balls for even signing this contract. Like I fucking hate this fight and it scares me. But
Benoit's like 13, I think.
I
think Benoit's like 13 or 12.
And Dustin's what, 3?
3, yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. It's a big jump. Definitely, I mean, his biggest task. They're asking for Saint Denis. And
no one's jumping to fight that guy.
Oh, no.
They're not like, hey, pick me. No one's doing that.
Yeah, this one's a scary one for either, because, I mean, if Saint Denis goes out there and gets, starched, then they're like, fuck, okay, you're not quite ready for, the top dogs right now. But if he comes out there and beats Poirier, fuck, I mean, puts the world on notice then, especially if he comes out and, starches Dustin. I don't know if that's going to happen, but, Dustin being 35 years old, coming off a head kick, like I was talking to you, John, the other day, we're starting to see our favorite fighters, that we've grown to love. They're getting to that age. It's literally becoming an end of an era. Like we just saw it with Volk, the guy we love, 35, 36 years old. They're getting to that age where, some shit happens. And there's a reason why they have that stat of, people. Yeah, the stat sucks, but that stat it's there for a reason and, proof's in the pudding. But I don't know if it's going to happen in this one. This one's a scary fight. I think I'm taking Saint Denis because I like Saint Denis so much. And this is not a knock on Dustin. Obviously, we love Dustin Dustin has been a perennial, just superstar in this entire organization. I just think it's going to be. I think the 5 rounds probably does help Dustin. Because he's been there, done that. I think he's a gamer. He's going to go there. He's going to stand and bang. He ain't going to be scared. They both can knock each other out, but honestly, I'm scared of the sense of Dustin knocking out St. Denis. I just see that happening. I hope it doesn't happen, but
I got a quote.
I can see it happening. And then, but I think if St. Denis wins, he's probably going to win by decision. I don't know if he goes in there and knocks out Dustin or finishes Dustin. Unless he gets, hurts him, TKOs him, and then gets him in a, guillotine or rear naked choke or something like that. But if Dustin wins, I can see Dustin, honestly, just from him being him. I can see him knocking St. Denis out because St. Denis has shown that he can get hit, and so has Dustin, but Dustin's been there, done that. So this one's scary. I hope we don't see, some crazy shit where Dustin goes down and you start seeing the fall of,
I will lose all hope in the MMA gods if Dustin gets fucking flatlined.
It's part of it. We're going to start seeing some of the best of the best, our favorites, people we grew up watching go down, and it sucks.
Now, this isn't verbatim, but St. Denis said that this is going to be fight of the night, and it's going to be the most violent fight. I think he said violent, most violent fight ever. Mm-hmm. And then Dustin said, I'm going to knock him out.
Yeah. Yeah. So, that's John and I talked about that too. That sounds like Dustin's confident. He's here for it.
I think all of that you just said actually helps Dustin because I think that, to me, that sounds like Benoit's going to want to stand in there in the pocket and bang it out.
You don't want to do that with Dustin, man.
No, that's what I'm saying. Dustin's been there, done that.
His hands are too crispy, son.
I'm more worried about the wrestling because I unless Benoit's just a complete stupid fuck, which he may be, I think Dustin's going to start touching him and stinging him with shit. And what he should do is start to wrestle because I think Dustin, you can get him tired and you can start chipping away at him by pushing him against the fence, taking him down. Now, I think if Dustin does start touching him and he does start wrestling and Dustin defends the first couple shots really well, I think he can take over on the feet. But Benoit's a tough guy to break, but I think if he's getting beat up and can't get the takedowns, then you got 5 whole rounds to deal with that.
Those first couple shots are going to be really pivotal in the entire fight if he does try. But those first couple ones, dude, if it's easy and Dustin ends up on his back, we don't see guys get hardly finished ever from a submission off their back anymore. So if he can take him down and control him, that'd be huge. But if he gets stuffed and continues to get punched in the face, that's going to decide the fight, in my opinion.
And then, like I mentioned, and what Chad said, does Benoit, does he even try to wrestle? Does he want to just stand in there and have a crazy war?
Yeah, guys say that shit all the time. And then they go in there and just want to grapple fuck somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But, I don't think St. Denis is necessarily the guy to do that. I think if he actually says it's going to be fight of the night, I think he's going in there with that mindset.
Yeah. He shoots. So, real quick, I don't know if this UFC stats, it says takedown average per 15. I don't know if that means how many they shoot or how many they get. But Benoit, his number is 4.55 per 15. That is a fuckload, either way. Shooting.
Per 15 minutes?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Either he shoots or gets. I'm assuming he shoots 4.5 takedowns per 15.
Yeah, he ain't 4.5 a fight. There's no way, right?
Maybe, actually. Either way, that would lead you to believe that he would try to wrestle.
All right.
So, yeah, like we were saying, I think if Dustin, he may get taken down and sat on his butt once or twice, but if he can get up relatively quick, I think that obviously helps him.
Yeah. As long as he doesn't just camp out down there and You know, just
pull guillotines and shit.
Right.
Odds. Wow. Have you seen these, Dylan or Chad?
Saint Denis 98.9%.
No, the odds.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were doing the votes. Is it just a deadlock even?
No.
Don't tell me Dustin's the dog.
Yes, he is.
Oh my God.
Really?
Plus 170 Dustin, minus 200 Benoit. I mean,
this is the one fight I would feel comfortable putting money on. That's fucked.
Yeah,
I'm
non-biasly picking Dustin.
Yes.
Like Benoit, like you said, Chad, Benoit is fucking hittable.
Yeah.
And it's 5 rounds.
I didn't think that the odds would be like that. I think it's obviously Benoit is an absolute monster.
He is.
But Dustin is the Diamond Poirier. Like, the guy's been, around, knows his way, and will stand and bang these tough as nails. I think it's kind of the odds there might be the whole what have you done for me lately? Last time we saw him, he got his head kicked off by Justin Gaethje. So
that's in my opinion.
Yeah, I think I don't know. Dustin might come out and be like, "Hey, y'all must have forgot," but or it comes out and all of a sudden maybe it comes out and it's like I was saying earlier, it's a scary thing of getting older in this sport, and these young killers, man, they're just doing nothing but getting better, and it might be just a shitty night in essence of watching a guy you love coming up. You think he's awesome, he's badass, and then watching a guy you've been watching your entire life, and you've watched him get so close to the belt. You love every one of his fights isn't boring, and he's getting to that point, where it's the latter end of his career. So, I mean, obviously we wish they could stay young forever, but they can't. And I hope it's not that when that night comes, I'd hope we're sad, because those are kind of bummers. But when we see shit like that happen, but
all that's cool now. Dustin's gonna win, and my birthday's Sunday, and I'm gonna get an early birthday present.
For your sake, I hope it is a good birthday, because if Dustin loses, you're gonna be a wreck.
Now,
Tapology 1,095 votes, 56% Benoit, so a lot closer on Tapology. 60% KO TKO.
I can't believe they're doing our boy like this, dude.
Yeah, let me see what it open at. Open minus 150 Benoit. So more money has come in on him.
That's fucked. I don't get it.
That one's not a bad one to bet on, I don't think.
No, that's the one that I would feel somewhat comfortable putting a little money on.
Or like, let's see, I'm trying to think of like a prop for Dustin, like that might be, I mean, Dustin inside the distance or Dustin decision. I don't know, one of the two, I guess. But I'd say the 5 rounds the price for the inside the distance will be worse because it's 5 rounds.
Right.
So I don't know either. I'd say the money line's good enough. I mean, you're getting Dustin as an underdog, which probably hasn't happened since Khabib. And Charles maybe.
I guarantee it hasn't.
That's crazy.
Anything else with that one?
Yeah, that one's going to be a banger. I mean, at least we hope it is, But fuck, that one's the one that, I mean, really could honestly be the main event. I mean,
they announced it, dude. I'm like, go fucking figure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't love it for Dustin, but also on the flip side, it's like he's fought everybody up there at the top. They all fought each other in that lightweight, the top, the Gaethjes and the Chandlers and shit. So not a lot of options there.
UFC's going all the way down to 13 to get a new face.
Yeah.
Let's
build this guy off of Dustin. Assholes. All right. Main event. This is a big one. Sean O'Malley versus Marlon Vera 2. Sugar Sean O'Malley 17-1. Coming off of a lot of wins plus an eye poke, no contest in there. Fighting out of Arizona, 29 years old, 5 feet 11 inches tall. Marlon Chito Vera, 23-8. coming off of a decision win over Pedro Munoz, fighting out of California, originally from Ecuador, 5 feet 8 inches tall. Chad, you want to go first?
This one's gonna be fun. I think honestly, I think Sean's gonna get the dub. Honestly, I don't know if he's gonna knock Cheeto out, but I think it's gonna be a little bit different than what a lot of people think is gonna happen. I mean, if you go back to their first time they fought, before the whole foot thing, Sean was having success. Like Sean was doing well. He just got that whole drop foot and wasn't able to move like he was doing in the beginning. And then he ended up getting finished. He went down and took one big elbow and
dude, a nasty elbow.
Oh yeah, no, it's disgusting.
I don't know. Fuck, he was conscious after that.
But fucking, I mean, that fight, I don't know. I just think I had Sean being the champ at the end of the year. I still think he gets it done. I think he beats Cheeto. I think, honestly, I can see him dropping Cheeto.
Yeah, I think he snipes him with something quick.
Yeah.
Cheeto's tough.
Cheeto's tough, but these last few fights, you haven't seen the Cheeto of old.
No, the last Pedro fight was kind of a little lackluster, I thought.
I mean, well, he's getting wrestled right now, which is
well,
weird. Yeah, okay, Pedro, I guess wasn't much wrestling, but like Corey just wrestled the fuck out of him.
Mm-hmm.
I just, if there's ever a fight that Cheeto's not going to start slow, it's got to be this one, right? I mean, he hates Sean's guts.
Yeah, but he knows he's got 5 rounds, though, too.
I want him to not just, you can't take a round or two off against Sean. He's going to fucking put the lights out if you don't fire back at him. Yeah, which I guess he is a good counterpuncher, so maybe that. But either way, like, I just don't want to see Cheeto just standing in there shelling up for 2 rounds straight. Because I think Cheeto can also crack Sean and hurt him really bad too.
For sure.
And the big question for Sean is, will he slow down if it gets into round 4, round 5? Because earlier in his career, he had some issues with cardio. And Cheeto's a guy that's really good in the clinch, really good up against the fence. So
I think Sean definitely, I think he'll have to get him out of there in 3 or less, because if it gets into the 4th, 5th round, I think it might be where it kind of gets a little scary for him, because like you said, Cheeto, he don't give a shit, and he'll go forever.
Is he going to kick the shit out of his leg again?
And is he going to do that?
Yeah.
Sean may kick him in the fucking head, though, too.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure he will. This one's so hard.
I know, it really is.
It's a tough one, but I don't know. I feel so confident, and it may be my demise, but I think Sean's going to get it taken care of. And honestly, I don't see it being. I just right off the cuff, I don't think it's going to be that close.
Well, the odds kind of agree with you. -300 Sean, +250 Cheeto.
Damn.
It actually money's come in on Sean too, -220 at open. And then Tapology is one of the wider ones we've seen in the fights we've talked about. 1,226 votes, 75% Sean, but 63% of those by decision, which is interesting.
I don't like that. If Sean wins, he's gonna get him out of there.
Yeah, man, I sat down in this seat, just having my mind made up that I'm picking Cheeto, but you're kind of talking me out of it a little bit.
I'm going Sugar Show, dude.
Yeah. I don't know, man. That kid's a sniper, man.
I don't think he can let the fight go to the championship rounds.
Yeah, I mean,
if Cheeto's still in decent shape by those rounds, that's where it would get worrisome for me.
Yeah, and I mean, Cheeto, clearly not much of a defensive wrestler, at least against guys like Corey Sandhagen, but offensively, 39% takedown accuracy, 0.58 takedowns per 15, and he's pissed off. So it's like, I don't know how I would like for him to for sure like clinch Sean and get in there and hit knees, elbows, like just make it kind of ugly in the clinch because he's really good at that type of stuff.
Yeah, he's gonna have to make it a dirty, just ugly dogfight, basically. Like you said, he'd be smart to just any chance you get, just to clinch, put him up against the cage, make Sean work any which way possible. If you let him dance around all night, you're gonna have a bad time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that would probably be. You're right. That his keys to success is you got to put him against the cage, but the thing is, people are going to try and do that, and Sean finds their chin.
Yeah,
that kid's a sniper, and it's kind of crazy, like how much power he generates, and it's always right on the button. And
he's
the guy's a cocky fucker, man, but he backs it up. Like
the guy. Ever since he beat Beyond, man, he's grown on me a lot.
Yeah,
I feel like
Beyond did set him down though that fight.
Yeah, oh yeah, he but that I honestly took it as like showed me that Sean's tough. Like he got cracked.
Yeah,
and he got right back up. He was getting wrestled, and he still was. I thought he won the fight against Jan. I didn't think that was. Obviously it was a close fight, but I don't think it was like a robbery, like a lot of people were saying, or anything like that.
I think Sean's style is honestly like super cutting edge when you consider he does everything from both stances, which I know we've seen a couple guys that can do that, but you see guys in the UFC right now that they get kicked in their lead leg 3-4 times, and they don't know how to switch stances and fight out the other stance.
That might be the most infuriating thing that I see today. This guy not doing that.
Yeah. And Sean, his whole game is built upon switching stances, cutting angles, covering distance with a switch. Like, yeah.
Dom Cruz, son.
Yeah. Dom's a little more like.
Yeah, I'm just talking about switching stances and cutting.
Yeah. I think Sean took a little bit of what Cruz did, but like cut all the bullshit out of it.
Right. All the theory stuff.
Yeah. I'm switching over to Sean. I think decision, but I just don't. This is tough. Like this is gonna be tough. If Sean wins, he's gonna wake up tomorrow and know that he was in there with Cheeto. Either way,
or he gets him out of there in under a minute.
I don't see that. Has Cheeto? He's never been knocked out or subbed.
He's never been knocked out ever.
No, or subbed. Never been finished.
Damn.
So, first time for everything.
I think I'm picturing the activity of Sean being too high for Cheeto to like keep up on the scorecards.
Yeah.
Because Sean throws a lot. He's always touching you with something. And I think that really helps him when it comes to getting a decision win.
If I'm Cheeto, I am chopping the shit out of his legs and just trying to clinch when I can, basically.
Cheeto throws a lot of front kicks too, and obviously if you want to get someone tired, that helps.
Yeah. He could play the long game too. He could go that route, but I don't know.
So we're all going Sean. What method did we say?
I'm going to go. He's going to do it in the I don't know. He's going to do it under 3. He's going to drop him and then just finish him ground and pound.
See that. I don't know. I think I'm feeling kind of froggy. I think he gets him done in the first round.
Damn. the under, I know we don't talk about props usually, but under 4.5 plus 130.
Damn, that's it?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm kind of surprised that it actually, they expect it to go over 4.5, really. I mean, I guess, like I just said, Cheeto's never been finished, but yeah, I don't know.
I mean, who knows? It might be a fucking snooze fest where I'm sitting on the outside and Cheeto's not really wanting to engage. You know? Yeah. They're just kind of kicking each other from the outside. Like, I hope it's not. I hope, it turns into some spectacular shit.
I don't think Cheeto's got that in his DNA.
Yeah. And I mean, unless he's just getting wrestled, which we know that's not going to happen. So,
right.
So, Sean, KO, TKO for both of you.
I like it.
I'm going Sean decision. Any last thoughts on this whole shit?
No, I'm scared.
Finger, dude.
Well, thanks for watching. At HOR Podcast, Instagram, at Hungover Handwrite, on TikTok. Hit like and subscribe if you like MMA content and UFC content. And we'll see you next time.
All right, peace.
Later.